Hello, my name is Jim Bushmiller, and let me give you a little history about me and my sickness. I have been sick for about 13 years. The disease first started out as dermatomyositis. Can't even pronounce a dumb thing. I mean, you should be able to, like, if you get a disease, it should be able to be easily pronounced. Anyways, so I got derm, what they call it, 13 years ago. And then the derm slowly moved into calcinosis, where basically calcium will pass through my body and it starts to attach everywhere, muscles, tendons, and what have you. And so I don't know if you can see it. I have on my hands and then my face. They're just covered from head to toe. So since, of course, the disease is showing up in the calcinosis, the derm is still pretty active. When I first got the disease, I was really healthy. I mean, I was into mountain biking, road biking, karate, bodybuilding, just this really active lifestyle. And one night, I thought I was like this big stud. So I told my son, hey, I'm going to go ahead and race you from this car to the next car. And so I ran as hard as I could. And I got home, and the next day, I was like, man, my hip flexors really hurt. So I said, no big deal. I just probably overdid it as a guy, the old testosterone thing going on. So didn't think much of it. It continued to get worse. And I kind of had like this amazing flu that was going on. And the pain just started from my hip to my quads, my shoulders, my chest, my trunk area. And then about a couple months into it, I said to my wife, there's something seriously wrong with me because I'm not getting better. So I went to the hospital, a couple times. They go in, they give me something for my pain, and they really didn't believe that I was sick. So we did that routine for a while, back and forth, going to the hospital back and forth. And I'm sitting there saying, there is something seriously wrong with me. And they just didn't believe me. So finally, I went to the hospital. And at this point, I can't even work. I mean, it attacked my shoulders so bad. I couldn't even lift up my arms, to wash my hair, to brush my teeth. It just was just crashing. This one guy at the ER tested my CK levels, and they were just off the charts. I mean, I think it was like 25,000 or just some ridiculous level. So he finally comes back and he says, you know what, dude, you've got some serious problems. Let me get you to a rheumatologist, and we'll see what's going on. So I went to the rheumatologist, and from there it just progressed with the prednisone, the drugs, and all this stuff I'm going to share with you what I've done, what I'm currently on. I mean, the worst part of the disease, I couldn't swallow. I lost all the ability to swallow, and you can kind of probably tell my voice isn't nearly what it used to be, and my swallowing is still just hasn't come back. But anyways, I had to have a peg tube put in, and that's where they basically, I couldn't swallow. I mean, I couldn't even swallow my spit. It would be so bad that I would be in bed sleeping, and I would have to take a cup, and I would have to wake up and spit into the cup because I could not swallow my own spit. So a peg tube is where for you guys that don't know about it, they take a tube and they puncture it through the wall of your stomach into your stomach wall. I think it was a surgery. Oh yeah, they went down through my esophagus. So anyways, they put like a plug in your stomach wall, and then it like attaches to your skin. So it feels really weird because it's like your stomach is pressed up against your stomach wall. But anyways, it allowed me to like pour food and nutrients and medication through that because I couldn't swallow. I was also, the worst part, or the lowest point of life, I was in a wheelchair. Couldn't walk. I hated the dumb thing. In fact, I would walk around and try to push the wheelchair because to me it was just, well, it was like a sign of defeat if I let the disease win. So anyways, that was the lowest part of my life. That was probably 2 years into the disease. And from there, for the last, I don't know, 8-ish years, it's been a struggle. to get back to somewhat of a normal lifestyle, which I'm nowhere near what I was. And the thing about autoimmunes, which you don't do, it's kind of what they call a hidden disease, where you look pretty normal on the outside, but inside you're just in pain. I mean, I still cannot lift my hands up. I mean, that's about as high as I can lift my arms, where most people could go, woo, and I can't even do that. So that's where I am today. So that gives you a little bit of history on me and what I've been dealing with, and it is a huge struggle. I mean, every day is just a struggle. You got to have the will to want to live, and you got to like wake up every day and consciously make a choice that says, I'm going to choose to be happy, and this disease doesn't define who I am. It's just something that I have to deal with. So anyways, like I said, that's a little bit of history. There's so much more that I'll get into, but I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of history of who I am and the disease that I'm dealing with. And I know, again, there is so much on the internet that tells you what you have, but there's not a lot of what tells you how to live with your disease. And I have found out so much by either talking to people, talking to doctors. Even the doctors don't even know. I mean, it's tried and true. And the thing about this disease is, what I tell you may not work for you. I mean, it works for me, but and having this disease and I just want to get better, that's the only thing I do. I would probably eat dog poop if someone told me, you're going to be healed, because you get to that point in your life where you just want to be normal. You yearn to be normal. So anyways, I know that these videos are going to help you, because there's nothing out there like it. So please subscribe, and you can share ideas, what has worked for you as we go along, and we can just maybe get this out there and just get notified in tips and tricks and medications and what works for you. So anyways, thanks, and I look forward to getting to know you. Bye.